What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Fort Knox. In this video I'm going to show you guys how to get Elixir fast in Clash of Clans. So Elixir is becoming more and more of a demand as you level up in Clash of Clans. When you first start out in the first few levels, Elixir is not as important, or at least it seemed like that to me when I was leveling up. But now that I'm higher up in the town halls, Elixir is more and more of a demand, especially for those big upgrades such as your camps. So in this video I'm going to give you some strategies and methods to get Elixir faster in Clash of Clans. So one of the first things you guys can do to get more Elixir fast in Clash of Clans is by upgrading your Elixir pumps. Now your Elixir collectors are super important to upgrade to get more Elixir. Now the reason why this is important is because it gives you Elixir over time. It does take an initial investment, but the sooner you upgrade them, the sooner you'll get that investment back and start to profit a lot of money. So if you haven't already and you have gotten the main upgrades you want to complete for this town hall, I highly recommend upgrading your Elixir pumps. The second thing you need to do before you start trying to get mass amounts of Elixir is actually go ahead and upgrade your Elixir storage. If you don't do this, you're going to find yourself maxing out on Elixir quite fast with the strategies I'm about to give you, and that means you're going to be losing out on Elixir when you go to do your raids for gold or even dark Elixir, because your purple Elixir will be maxed out, okay? Another reason why you want to upgrade your Elixir storages is, say if you use a rune of Elixir, you want to be getting the maximum amount of Elixir you can be receiving for that town hall level. So it's super important you do that before you use anything like a rune of Elixir. So now that I've covered those two things, I want to go into some strategies you guys can use to get more Elixir through your farming methods. Now one of the things I'm going to take a look at here is actually some attacks. So let's go to my attack log. I haven't been farming specifically Elixir, but there's something that you need to keen in on super early. Just for strategic purposes, we're gonna go ahead and look at this replay. Now this one here, I'm using my P.E.K.K.A build. Now something I want to take a look at instantaneously is look at that Elixir pump. This player has 481,000 Elixir. Look at his storages. They're empty. That means all of his Elixir are in his pumps. So they're super easy to access. You can see they're all on the outskirts of his base. So by looking at that and seeing, hey, his Elixir pumps are full and he has lots of Elixir and his collectors are empty, that means it's very beneficial to use something like Barch or even this P.E.K.K.A build to get the most of your Elixir and get the most of your farming time. So the thing I really want to push out here is check out how much they have in their pump. If their pumps are full and then you look at their Elixir storage and they're empty and they have enough Elixir that you're happy with that amount, you should definitely go ahead and attack with this. So again, look at the pumps, look at the collectors, and see if there's a huge difference in between there. If there is, this is a base for you to attack to get Elixir. Another thing that you can look at to actually see if this is going to be a beneficial base for you is in the top left hand corner, this player does not have a league that he's in right now. He has no league, period, which means he hasn't played in a long time, and that's why his Elixir storages are full. So these are all good signs, and that means you have a go. The first point I made about the pumps and the collectors are the most important, but this second point with the not having league is really reassuring, making sure that you're making the right decision. Now the fourth thing you guys can actually do to get more Elixir fast in Clash of Clans is actually use a cheap army. So let's go look at my troops here. We'll go to Quick Train. Right now I'm using a fairly expensive army, but P.E.K.K.As are on sale right now, so that's a huge thing. When an event's happening and there's a overpowered troop or a powerful troop that you enjoy using, definitely take advantage of that sale that's going on with that event. Right now P.E.K.K.As are one of my favorite things to use right now just because they're fun and different than what I've been using, and they're on sale, so super beneficial. But cheap loot. So I have this army. You can try to copy it or do something similar. You might want to skew it a bit to yourself, but pretty much I bring in 7 giants because I'm not really here to take out any defenses. I'm really using them just to soak up damage while my barbarians can come in and do some damage, and then I release my archers. So between the barbarians, archers, and giants, they'll have enough damage in there to just get me my Elixir. And this army only costs 172,000 Elixir, and I know that seems like a lot, but it really isn't compared to some of the other armies. Now, if you're willing to sacrifice your Dark Elixir for Elixir, you could actually start making Dark Elixir armies. So one of my Dark Elixir armies that are fairly cheap considering, this Dark Elixir army uses 1,644 Dark Elixir, which is a lot, but if you consider the fact that the Elixir is only 100,000, I'm saving almost 50% of what I'd usually spend. So if you're willing to make that trade-off, you can go ahead and do that. But that Barch army is going to be your best bet. And let me see if I can get a replay of me using that army. So I've been using this army for a long time. You'll see the strategy is pretty straightforward. I look at where the collectors are, see if they're full, and once I see that the pumps or the collectors are full, I look at where they are relative on his base. If they're all around the base, I simply drop giant top, left, right, bottom, all the way around, and then I literally circle my barbarians around, and then I circle my archers around. So the giants will take mainly most of the damage from cannons, etc. Then my barbarians will come in and do that job, and then my archers will be in the back doing that damage. And then if I want to get a star, I actually bring 1 or 2 skeletons to hopefully flow those in, funnel, and do some damage, and hopefully maybe get a town hall or a star out of this attack. But that army, that method of attack is super beneficial. So I hope this strategy helps you guys get Elixir faster in Clash of Clans. But there's one more thing I do want to talk about, and I feel like it's neglected. Utilize your resource potions. Now, I want you to utilize your resource potions when you have a shield. Now, this is super important. That means when you get attacked, you're not going to have a lot of loot in your resource pumps. So that means that you're going to be protected and being able to get a lot of resources. Don't neglect them. Don't let them get full so you can't collect them in the future. You should always have 1 or 2 on you, of course, of the 5. But once you max out at 5, you can't collect anymore. So definitely use some resource potions. Hopefully this video helps you guys get more Elixir in Clash of Clans fast. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.